swinging. So, and the swinging here, now you're not shaking, you're just swinging. And let the arms go, let the arms go. So let them move, swing around. And turn around the head as well, following the movement, following the arm around, all the way round. So your head is twisting as well as your spine. Okay, let's go down a bit and do it downwards. Just your arms level with the knees. Letting your head go. Bending forwards at the waist, knees bent as well. Feeling the opening of the back as you do this. Okay, you come up again straight. Okay, let's go down. This time go a little bit lower down. Swinging the arms from one foot to the other. Okay, coming up again. Swinging. And this time bring your arms a little bit higher, level with the chest. Twisting. And following the arm, going backwards. A bit like doing the waltz in a way, holding your arms in this holding position. Okay, and then coming down, this time hands flat, skimming over the surface, going a little bit. And this time you're not so much bending forward, you're just sinking into the knees more. So you're coming. When you go forward, you're coming down. When you're coming upwards, you're going to the side. So you're bending down and up, down, up, down, up, down. So it's not always, it's not on the same level. Downwards and up. So it's a little bit more of an arc. Your hands are more of an arc rather than flat or horizontal to the ground. Good. Okay, now we come further down to the feet again. Moving our hands around. Twisting around. Into the knees, bending into the knees. and coming up again. Okay, let's come up, level with the shoulders, level with the chest. Okay, this time we're going to go over. Over. Okay. Bringing the chi above you, flowing in a circle, going from left to right. So you're facing right, you're facing left. You're facing right, you're facing left. Okay. And now we're going to go into a circle. Going down to the knees and just naturally above the head. You don't need to stretch your arms, elbows are still bent. You're still facing left and then facing right. Diagonally left, diagonally right. The circle is horizontal, yeah? The circle is horizontal, I mean, it is rather vertical, but it is parallel with the body. Okay, you now come to the top, you stop for a couple of seconds, then you reverse the direction. Again, following this vertical circle. Letting the weight shift left to right, left to right, left foot to right foot, as we often do, left foot to right foot. Facing towards the left, facing towards the right. Opening up the whole body. Okay, slowing this down. Kind of top, just stop and bring the hands on either sides beside you. Okay, then shake yourself. Shake yourself down. Shake the hands, shake the feet, shake your shoulders, shake your hips, shake your knees, shake your elbows, shake your wrists, shake your ankles, shake your head sideways. All the 5 extremities shaking, as they're called in Chinese thinking. The 5 peripheral points of the body. 2 arms, 2 feet, and 1 head. So you shake, standing on the spot, shake the head, lean slightly back, lean the head slightly back and shake the back of the head. That needs to be shaken up and taken loose. The hindbrain, the reptilian brain needs to be shaken up a bit because that's where a lot of the tension is, a lot of the primal fears are. You know, as the teacher said, millions of years of memories of predator, prey, that from our evolution. And you're shaking that loose, that kind of primitive part of your brain, because we want to get beyond that if we can. To a certain degree, we never get totally beyond our primitive brain, because of course it's there to keep us alive, and it's part of our genetic makeup. But at least work through what's there. So let's not just stand and hold the chi with your hands. Just hold it. Bend the knees, feet parallel more or less, shoulder width apart, so a bit wider than the hips. The feet are always a bit slightly wider than the shoulders. Elbows are out, they're not in, they're out. That's how you make the circle. You go like that and forwards, and then you get that feeling here, and you get the feeling it's a nice circle. You can't quite see it on the camera till we get the 3D cameras, which apparently are not too long in the future, which will be exciting. So one advantage of AI, we're going to have 3D images that you could see. But here you have to kind of, so your arms are like this, if you look at that. Yeah, so it's a nice circle. But on the horizontal plane. So you're just feeling the chi. Classic position, you've seen it before in Tai Chi, Qigong, in martial arts, standard position. That, and then you got the other one, which is this one, which is, there's still the circle, your arm's still creating a circle of chi circulation, but instead of being horizontal, it's almost vertical, not completely, there's this, because that would be too close to the body, but just slightly forwards. And you've got this lovely feeling of the chi flowing in the circle and in the whole, inside the circle, not just the periphery of the arms and hands, but inside here. That's where you're feeling the chi. That's where you want the chi to operate. So you're feeling that, you're feeling a connection between the hands, the chi flowing between fingertips and palms. Very powerful chi connection. And there's an optimal space where you really get that. If it's too far, you might not feel it so much. You don't want to touch, but you know, actually a certain distance and you suddenly feel it more strongly, the magnetic energy flowing, you know, electromagnetic energy flowing. Whether it's our own body's energy, like what's called the piezoelectric current that's in our system, tiny voltage, or whether it's we're feeling something beyond the physical domain, beyond physical physics, and we're getting into metaphysics. That's something that's debated. But I do think we are tuning in to that energy life force of the body, which includes, you know, some electric energy, some in the nervous system for sure, some very subtle stuff going on in the quantum level for sure, where, you know, especially as we're witnessing it now, you know, I was thinking, I was hearing something about quantum mechanics and some new insight that they're actually thinking that the universe is observed from the periphery of the universe. But they're saying this is physics. They're saying, no, it's not likening this to God in that sort of sense. They're just saying, no, the periphery, what is at the edge of the universe, an observing a presence that's explained through quantum. And because then it observes everything from the outside to the in, everything is observed. So everything can come into being. So all the waves become particles, because waves can only become physical, i.e. particles, when they're observed. So here we're observing the chi, we're observing our feelings. And maybe that's what it is, why you can see it and focus like that and then go, there's the chi. Ooh, I can feel that. Whoa, what's going on there? And if you didn't have that attention, if you weren't trying to look or observe the chi, you wouldn't be any wiser to it. You wouldn't feel it. So be the observer, observe. And that's what the Chinese say about themselves. They say, it's not that we are super intelligent race or culture. That's why we were so advanced. And certainly we were advanced and compared to other cultures, far ahead. They invented pretty much everything well before the West did, up until the industrial era, when the West kind of, leapfrogged China in all things. But they say we are good observers. We know, why do we know about the Qi? Why do we know about acupuncture? Why do we know about the 5 elements? Because we observe. And I like that. They're good observers. Yeah. And they've been observing for millennia. I've got to learn a few things in the process. Okay, let's go back to here. But let's go up and take this lovely circle of Qi still on the vertical, but above us. So the head is at the base of this circle. You could almost sense that the Qi flows in a circular way. So it goes like this up here and creates a lovely circle. So you get your elbows, everything to be as smooth as possible, the shoulders. So it's not square, it's a little bit, and because you can see, I don't know if you can quite see yourselves in the little picture, but because but make a nice, as much, but it's more the feeling. It's not the visuals, it's the feeling, as we always say. The visuals, the form, the shape, the perfection of that is very secondary in our style. It's primary in many styles, absolutely. In Tai Chi, it's completely, overrides everything else. Get the position almost to the very inch with your fingers and your hands, and everything else is nothing out of place, nothing. And it's a form-based practice, and I have done Tai Chi for 3 years, and after 2 years or so practice, you get to some shapes and you can feel something. But you really, it's all totally based on the physical. There's no connecting to the Qi itself. It's just like, oh, that shape really makes me feel good. Or I could feel something there. But not like here where we're observing the Qi. Okay, let's come down. And this time we're going to have the horizontal shape, and we're just going to follow, bending at the waist, we're going to come down. So our circle is now vertical, but only because we are bending forwards. But the arms in relation to our body, it's 90 degrees, So you get this connection, knees slightly bent as always, feet firmly planted into the ground, feeling the shape of the Qi and the circle of Qi. Sink into your knees, hold yourself up using your legs, as well as using your core muscles in the abdomen in this position. It's good to strengthen the lower dantian in this position, as well as the lower back. Okay, and then you just push the floor away and tilt the torso backwards. Good, and now we're going to go back to but here we're going to enlarge it, large circle. And here, because it's that shape, it gives us the possibility of having not just a horizontal circle, but having a whole sphere. So here you get the sense that this circumference is the same circumference of the ball. You're holding, feeling the Qi in this sphere. So you're feeling it, hands inside of your arms, inside of the elbows, the chest, of course, feeling it pressed against the chest, almost you're pressing like holding a big gymnastic ball. So the big gymnastic, massive balls pressed slightly against you. holding it, feeling that lovely chi build up. Breathing, and the breathing is gently in and out. So now we can put some attention on the breathing again. Breathe in and breathe out, relaxing into the breath, holding the chi. As soon as your arm starts to ache, so let's do it all together, but just let our arms go down and they come into back into kind of back into that original vertical circle. Yeah, elbow slightly out, bent. So you hold this a little bit, just in this position to relax it. Just relax, relax, relax the shoulders, drop them. Yeah, not up, let it, oh yeah, really down, down, down. I was always so impressed by the Qigong and Tai Chi masters, how smooth the shoulders go down. I mean, like, it's almost like, well, where's your shoulder going, you know? Not at all like a clothes hanger. Very smooth, very, very smooth. Good, okay, let's bring it up again. So you hold it down just to kind of, then you bring it up. And you're feeling, now here it should be more powerful. Here you should be more powerful than below. Just something about it being above us and connecting to the sky above us, which inevitably we will be doing so with this shape. It makes it really powerful. Nice and powerful chi. And then let's go open it up a bit more and get into the sphere. Elbows level with the arms, shoulders dropped. Yeah, really like from there, whoa, down. Yeah. Especially if you've been on a computer all day, your shoulders will be up there. Yeah, absolutely. Inevitable. Especially been having any altercations with AI, it doesn't quite do as you like. All that tension goes all into the neck and shoulders. Nice circle. Nice sphere, you're feeling a sphere. Three-dimensional sphere. Rather than a two-dimensional circle, it's a three-dimensional sphere. And whilst I'm saying this, and you know, it's not just a metaphor, you're visualizing this, you're seeing this, yeah, you're sensing this. Maybe seeing it or maybe just sensing it, but one or the other or both. You know, ideally both. You see it and you sense it. And we can stay here as long as we like, but for purposes of a time restriction, we'll just move on. We'll bring it, put it down, let go, and shake. Shake now the shoulders and shake the feet. You shake the feet because a lot of density will have dropped down, heaviness, because we're doing the Qigong, so density drops down. So it doesn't all fall right through into the ground because some of it gets stuck in the feet or in the ankles. So we shake all that heaviness of the impure chi and shake it also out of our hands, out of our wrists where it can get stuck, but also into the shoulders because we've been using those. So shake the shoulders and the shoulder blades and the collarbones and the chest and just loosen everything up in this upper third, the upper jiao as it's called, you know, upper, middle, lower jiao. So we're freeing up the upper jiao, including the arms, because the arms extend from the upper jiao. And shake the head a bit laterally, because the head also extends from the upper jiao. Shake the mouth, loosen the jaw. Okay, and then put it all down into the ground. Really make it stamping into the ground, making sure everything goes down, pushing it also down with your hands, so it's all nice and into the earth. Dislodge all the heaviness. And also we can do a little bit of sweeping like this, sweeping it down our energy field, our chi field. Just sweep, stroke the chi field around you and let the chi, let it go down. So in front of you, from the head, downwards, sideways as well, forward, and pushing it to kind of leave you, even behind your back, kind of relieve heaviness, all that stuff in your energy field you don't want, you just kind of clear it out. Push it right down into the ground. Feel like it's going out of your feet, but also out of this energy circle, you know, which is, you can visualize it as a sphere, or you can see it, or sometimes it's not very strong, so it's only a couple of inches off the body, but if it's powerful, we're doing Qigong, we should get like that. Oh, slowly, slowly. You know. And shaking the head left to right. Oh, good. Okay. Let's segue into a bit of Tree Qigong, as it is the wood element we're working with, springtime. So here from the tree, let's come up and bring our hands up and become the tree. So the feet are rooted in the floor, like the roots of a tree. And beyond, and you've got roots of chi going deep into the earth. When you come up, your trunk is like the same as the trunk of a tree, going all the way up. Arms are your big branches. Fingers are your little branches. And then you feel like you're got this canopy of foliage around you, like a tree. So you're rooted in the earth and you're extending upwards into the sky, and you're connecting to the sky with your hands and fingers, just like a tree does with its leaves, receiving the chi. So the tree receives the sunlight, the chi of the sun. It receives the moonlight, it receives the starlight, the chi of the moon and the sun and the stars, but also the chi of the planets, as we know. There's definitely chi of planets coming down. And Qigong, they do talk about it. Even in their system, because it's so ancient, it's the only the five planets, as well as the two so-called luminaries of sun and moon. But of course, now you can include the others. So you're receiving the chi of the planets of the solar system. Good. So then, whilst the shoulders start getting a bit tired, you come down, you shake, literally just 5-10 seconds, shake it all loose, relax, then stand like a coniferous tree, a pine tree with its classic branches going more downwards and sideways and downwards. So typically, you know, those pines have that shape, a bit like a Christmas tree coming down. Here, the top of the head is like the top of the tree, the top of the trunk, connecting to the sky. So you're feeling this connection through the crown, with the sky. With the body, you feel the connection with the chi all around you, the chi of the air. You're still receiving the chi of the sun and all the rest, but also of all the trees around you. So become aware, even though you're indoors, of nature around you now. And feel that connection through the edges, through your chi field. Feel the connection of the chi of all the trees around you, the other plants, the big bushes, all coming into life in the springtime, just about coming into life here in Sussex, just emerging all the new leaves, the foliage, the buds, all about to explode into life. Good. Feet still, you're still always remembering your feet are well rooted, deep, deep. You've got deep roots. You're not one of these trees that's going to get blown over by the wind. And maybe some have in the last day or so with a storm, but you are well rooted in the ground. So the Chinese talk about being rooted, not grounded. It's deeper, it's more than grounded. It's grounded, but rooted. You know, you're not going to get pushed, you know, nobody can push you off. Okay, let's go back up. Now we're going into a lovely deciduous tree again. And we are in outwards, whatever you want to visualize, what kind of tree. It can be a made-up tree, or it could be an oak tree or a sycamore or whatever you want. Or one of these grand trees that you get abroad, these amazing trees you get abroad. Massive great big trees. And feel with your hands you're connecting to the chi of the sky and beyond the sky, the space. In space, just the chi that roams in space. All those kind of different kinds of chi that might be there, as well as the chi emanating from heavenly bodies. And you can really connect with the entire galaxy, the galactic energy field. It's there, and it's about just tuning into it. Because as we know, with chi, so everybody says with energy, distance makes no difference. You can feel it however far it is. You can tune into it however far it is. That's why they say in quantum mechanics. I didn't even know that was even in quantum physics. In the video I saw was massive. It said, even if it's billions and trillions of miles, the edge of the universe, instantaneously, the edge of the universe is witnessing the very center of the universe, instantaneously. Distance makes no difference, whether it's a billion miles or 10 trillion miles, whatever it would be. It's there immediately. It's amazing. It's lovely to see these slowly confluence of physics and metaphysics. Okay, let's go back. Tree, connecting to nature. Of course, the wood element is all about trees and wood and nature. It's springtime, pagan time, Beltane, all the rest, May Day. Every culture has a version of that, even though it's been well suppressed over other kind of monotheistic religions, oppressive religions. But it's still there. You know, and of course in China, and in Japan in particular, with Shinto, you can really be in that recognition that nature is the temple. The Taoist idea, nature is the temple. You don't need actually temples. Yeah, it's sometimes nice, but more for convenience sake when it gets cold, to practice indoors or to stay and be up on a mountain. You don't want to be up on a mountain, you want to be together with others in a nice little temple. But the temple is not the focus. The focus is you go out of the temple when you can and practice, unless it's snowing or wintry or windy like today. You go out and do your Qigong outdoors, up on the mountaintop or in the valleys. That's where the Qi is. Yeah. Good, let's shake again. Let's shake everything up again. Just, we don't want anything getting stuck. You know, we don't want anything to get stuck. Shake the head as well. Shake the mouth, shake everything. Okay, so let's do this one more time. Root yourself into the ground, feel your roots going deep, deep into the ground. And then feel that you're breathing in. As you're breathing in, that you're breathing in the chi from the ground, letting it come up through your roots into your trunk. And then as it goes up, it pushes your branches upwards and outwards. Then chi now comes up from the ground all the way to your arms and to the fingers, and then opens up here. Now that you come here, you can now receive this chi of space, which relates to the wood element, what's called the immature yang energy, or yang yang. That is wood element, which is basically energy with a majority of yang, but also still some yin. Some yin, but mainly yang. This is springtime. In the old system, this corresponds to the beginnings, the vitality of energy. The yang is called immature yang, so it is like a child, like running around, vital energy, huge amounts. Dogs of of course, wood element. Tigers, wood element, full of energy, running around, dynamic, powerful, thrill, excitement. That's wood. So we're connecting up with something beyond, with space, with the vitality of space that comes into us and feeds us like it would feed this magnificent, nice tree. And this time, if you get tired, so we don't want to break this completely, just come down to this point here, like that. Just have to make sure your shoulders are okay. Yeah, so when it gets, and you come down here for a little while, then you can go up again for a little while and then down here. So you're still receiving the chi with your hands and your head, pouring down the energy of the space. Coming in, the chi of space. And this now comes all the way down and into your roots and into the ground, like a current, like a cosmic current, charging you up with energy and light, because that's what we mainly tune into, the universe, the light of stars. And the spaciousness, the openness, the sense of total freedom, total openness and freedom. Yeah, the earth is about boundaries, restrictions, limitations, solidity, demarcations, differentiation, all that distinction. But the space is kind of the opposite. It's unlimited, it's boundless, it's formless, primarily it's free, spacious. That hence is the spiritual domain. It's the domain beyond the limits. Infinite, we talk about infinite, eternal, limitless. All these are things associated with spirit, with heaven, Tian, in Chinese, Tian, T-I-A-N, Tian, with the space, also a depiction of heavens. So you're really connected to something that you are here part of it. Yeah, tiny, infinitesimal part of the great thing that is the universe. And there might be a lot more to it than we even yet know. But we are still part of it. It's still an integral part of the universe. So you're connecting as an integral component, vital, essential component of the universe. That's what means integral. You can't do it without the universe can't do it without you. As a being, we're not talking about your ego now, we're talking about your life energy, your spirit, your vital life force, vital spirit as it's called, Ting Shen, vital spirit, yeah, integral part of existence. And then our bodies too, even for a short while, 80, 90 years if we're lucky, and then it goes into another shape, into another form, but still part of what is there. Maybe look different, maybe in a different dimension, maybe not a solid dimension, who knows, but we're still part of it. And that's the essence of Taoism. Whatever happens, whatever you think, you're part of the whole, part of the Tao. Okay, with that, let's shake and finish the physical standing part, and let's get into the sitting meditational part. So make yourselves comfy, grab another layer, don't let yourselves get cold, and let's do the meditation. Just relax and sit, either cross-legged or on a chair or on a sofa, whatever it is. But your back straight, more or less, and vertical. So we always start meditation sitting vertically before we end up horizontal. Just breathing and relaxing. So we're talking about the wood element, and the wood element is where the Hun, it's the Hun, the Hun, the soul, is the domain of the soul, the element of the soul. There's been a fire, the next element is spirit. So here, just to kind of say something very simple, very straight, often to say, if we concentrate on China, there is an idea of something which is not the body, but which is a part of each individual life that is able to exist independently from a body. This is not only found within the shamanic tradition. As in most cultures, there is this idea that souls are able to travel, and that in doing so, it is important for them not to get lost. So this is a kind of an idea about the Hun. So let's go in, and I wanted to give you that just very brief introduction. We can read more about the Hun next time. And basically, I'd like you to try to connect with your Hun. So get that sense, as always, breathing in and out, slowly and deeply, to go internally, to go into this realm of alchemy. And here we'll connect with the alchemy of the Hun, of the soul, or also known often as cosmic soul or non-corporeal soul. To get that sense of the Hun is a part of you, or it is you in effect. It is in some way you. And maybe next term we'll discuss the difference in the Chinese system between the spirit and the soul. But the soul is you. The soul is your spiritual reality as a human being. Your spirit is a spiritual reality that's eternal. Okay, temporarily you are here in a physical form. The spirit is the same before and will be the same after. In effect, it won't change. It may gather some experiences from incarnating in a physical dimension, but apart from that, trajectory of its own spiritual evolution, we can't say anything more. Apart from just really tuning in and experiencing. Really, really now tuning deep, deep into this experience of you as a soul, whatever that may evoke in you, that term evokes in you. But this sort of spiritual part of you as a human being, and in Chinese philosophy, it's the part, the hun, that bestows benevolence, goodness, kindness, being a good human being, living a life that is bestowed with goodness and virtue, which is also very important in Taoist thinking, not just in Confucian thinking or Buddhist philosophy. So this thing of the hun is that part of you that compels your heart to be empathic and altruistic, good and kind, caring, forgiving. You're kind of beyond the ego, selfless, what we would describe in the West as spiritual love, and what in the East is defined as benevolence. So just tune into this. Again, it's going to another level of Qigong, beyond energy, beyond practice, a much deeper alchemy. Just being there, feel it, and try to see how you are touched by it. Deep inside your core, just sensing it, it's deep inside your core. Traditionally in China, the soul, the hun, is located in the liver. And you can do that too if you want to do that, but it doesn't matter. It can be anywhere within the innermost of your being, the soul of you. And you're connecting because it has a soulfulness. That's really literally is that part of softness, a kindness, a real goodness, what the Chinese describe as spiritual virtue, spiritual power that manifests as this and makes an impact in your life and makes an impact in other people's lives. And to add another dimension to this, feel that your hun expands and floats, slowly floats above your body and floats away, floats up. It's like a sensation of floating, but also expanding. The wood chi is forever expanding, like the universe, forever expanding. So you are following that. So your hun, your cosmic soul, floating and going up into space. And going further and further into space. Floating and roaming around the stars, which is what the hun is said to love. The freedom of traveling around the stars and the cosmos, which is said to do at night when you're asleep. So we're allowing this now in a meditation, partly imagining it, but partly trying to evoke the experience for real, that you are floating and expanding into space and experiencing space as a unified reality. In other words, with consciousness or a certain type of sentience, which you can tune into. However, beyond it is you as a human, but sense that expansiveness floating out into the cosmos and sense how that is, and the freedom, the lightness of being that affords you. And now, slowly start retrieving your cosmic soul. Ask your hun to come back. Give it time to come back from where it has roamed to, however far away that might be. But ask it to come back to the body, back on the earth. And you will feel that sort of sense at some point that you're back, that something is more present, you are completely here, more or less. But you've also brought in something cosmic, something of the universe with you. That experience, both the spiritual and the energetic experience of space and the cosmos, whatever that may mean to you, whatever that might have been for you. Nothing specific is attempted to be realized. It's just how you experience it. And when you're back in the body, get the sense that your hun, visualize your hun if you like this point or a ball, a sphere of light is immersed in your lower abdomen, centering in your lower dantian, and being anchored, as it's called, in the body and in the animal part of you, the somatic, the physical part of you. So none of you stays spaced out. You're completely back, grounded, embodied, connected with the physical reality and sentience of your body, reconnecting, which is very important to bring that connection between that soul hun and the animal part of you, the po that we know of from the metal element. This yang and yin connecting in your dantian. And feel you absorb that in your body till you no longer can even see or sense the point of light or anything like that. It's just become completely immersed and infused in your physicality and your physical energy. And to help that, you can also put your hands on your lower dantian and sense everything is focused and concentrated here, contracted back into you, into the innermost, back into the yin, the material, the physical, the corporeal. But having brought all these riches and goodness from this reality of the cosmos and the reality of the hun. So I will leave you to be in this state for as long as you like, take as long as you like to integrate this. There's no rush once we finish this session. And rest in it. If you like, you can also, if you feel in a very lovely, relaxed state, which this experience promotes, then let yourself drift off into sleep or rest, into healing, letting this heal you, this experience to heal you in whatever way you need healing. So see you soon again. In the meantime, peace be with you.